Philadelphia. There's some other folks from Philadelphia here. Aaron Kate Bonner, Sarah Cordovano, Tim Wisniewski, Jeff and Story, obviously. People I'm privileged to work with. So this is still my title slide. So this is my favorite quote about cities, right? We all know this quote because why? Al Pacino in City Hall, right? We all know this quote from that movie. Come on. The interesting thing is we only ever hear the first part of this quote. We never hear the second part, which I think is the most important part. But that's what Al Pacino used in the movie. So I'd love to talk about cities. I'd love to talk about data and hacking. And I'm going to do all those things in the next few minutes. But really I'm here on I'm on a recruiting mission. I'm here looking for volunteers. I'm here looking to hand out togas. Right? Why do we care about cities? Because cities matter. Cities are important. Cities are where we all live and where increasingly people are living in this world. It's our job to make them better. That's why cities matter. All good things of this earth flow into the city because of the city's greatness. This is a great city. This is our great city. Philadelphia is a center of commerce and culture and art and technology and innovation and history. It's one of the great cities of the world. And frankly, I think we all need to say that more. We face problems, we have problems, but our city is not defined by the problems we face. We can define our city by how we come together and solve those problems. So Philadelphia is used to teaching outward, right? We taught the modern world about democracy, right?
Yeah.
There are some things changing in how we think about democracy, right here in Philadelphia, and how we think about governance. But they draw from a much older democracy, a democracy from halfway around the world. Pericles' home city, Athens, right? Athens was about direct democracy. The people were directly involved in the operation of their government. The people were the government. That's Athens' claim to fame. It was a time of togas, right? It was a time when the people were the government. If I can give you a contemporary analogy, Senator Elizabeth Warren from the state of Massachusetts says, so she says, government is a word we use to describe the things that we do together. That's the theme here tonight, right? Look, there's an amateur historian in the audience who's going to tell me that togas were actually a Roman government, not a Greek government. Right? I get it. It's a symbol. It's a symbol of citizenship that I want to impart on you tonight. So what's the modern corollary to this idea of direct democracy in Athens? It's civic hacking, right? It's people figuring out ways to deliver information and services from the government to the citizens of this great city. It's all about data, right? The idea that if cities release data, smart people that are in our technology community will build important and valuable things on top of this data. It's happening in Philadelphia a lot. It's happening everywhere, but particularly here, because the tools that we have to build things with data are becoming ubiquitous. They're easy to use, they're cheap, they're powerful, and every day we get more of them. So as a result, we see lots and lots of really valuable applications that make it easier to live in our city, easier to work in our city, easier to visit our city. Now this happens a lot in Philadelphia, right? This is a hackathon, essentially. That's a big space fan, that is true. So it's one of the better hackathons, right? We see this happening a lot in Philadelphia, and as a result we're getting all sorts of really great applications that are making a difference in people's lives. These are just some of them, right? And you're actually going to hear about one of these from another one of the speakers tonight. They're all built on open data, not all civic hackathon stuff, but companies that are doing great work here in Philadelphia with open data, all making a difference in people's lives, right? Now the experience of the Athenian democracy was uneven, because not everybody got to participate. If you were a woman, if you weren't born an Athenian, if you didn't complete your military service, you didn't get to participate. So what parallels can we draw from that Athenian experience to today in Philadelphia, right? Not everybody gets to participate. Not everybody feels included in these civic hackathons. Not everybody knows about how to code and databases and all this stuff. There are some people that don't have basic access to technology and the internet. But the difference in Philadelphia is we can change that. We can change that. We can actually reach out to our fellow citizens and give them the skills they need and the access to technology that they need. There are many more organizations than I put on this slide doing this. But the good work that's going on here is really what I wanted to talk about, right? A toga, as I mean it here tonight in this talk, is about citizenship. It's about our duty as citizens to make our city better. We're all invested in that. We all owe it to each other. And if you want to become a toga wearer, go to getyourtoga.org and unleash your inner Athenian.